Have you ever asked yourself, what is wrong with the world? That was the question I began to ask in my 20s. I just turned 61. Why is there so much abuse and fraud and disconnection? Why is there so much selfishness and sin? I always knew in my heart of hearts that it didn't have to be this way. Over the course of my life, I've pieced together the puzzle, and sometimes I've made grand mistakes, very, very big, hurting people I love. This earthly realm can be so lonely and isolating, and mistakes are not just inevitable, but they are, in fact, crucial learning, especially when we are born into situations of abuse and deprivation. If we can find the strength to forgive those who harm us and to forgive ourselves for the harm we cause others, then we have achieved a level of great importance. My years working in investment banking and the music industry taught me how deeply rooted evil is in our society. One of the opportunities that I've had in my life is to be personally connected to some of the greatest evildoers in this world. What I call the silent, wealthy. People who are philanthropists on the outside and working to shatter humanity from behind the scenes. The awakening to that deception was absolutely shattering to my life. Through my extensive travels, I realized that the healthiest societies live most simply and are built on God and family. I found that Satan has been slowly guiding humanity away from God for 6,000 years, but most dramatically in these last 50 years. I've sometimes thought Americans are actually the poorest people on earth because we've been coerced into replacing God with materialism, ego, and the 7 deadly sins. In my 5th decade, I made the decision to live right, reversing the downward trajectory that my life had been. I started doing good work, staying out of materialistic traps, and prioritizing my connection with God Almighty. For decades now, I have lived very, very simply, almost outside the financial system. I was gifted with access to other dimensions, and I know without a shadow of a doubt that I am supported fully, not just by God, but by all of His angels. And I know that we all are, even if we don't know how to know it. After all is said and done, the answer to my question is very simple. Our society replaced God Almighty with materialism, sin, and vice. And when we make the decision to switch back, replacing materialism, sin, and vice with divine connection, life comes back into balance. That is the answer to my quest, and I hope it helps you in your own life's quest. May God bless you and keep you and bring you where you need to be.